Hey Bestie! Today I am doing a very highly requested video that I have been harassed to make across all of my platforms of social media. I'm doing a makeup tutorial. I am so excited. This video is gonna be long. Buckle up because I'm doing in depth. We're going full in. I am explaining every detail because that's the only way to do this, right? You gotta know each step. We're even starting off with skin prep. So let's just get right into it. Woo! Follow my social media. Before we get started, I just want to let you know the things I use is like for oily skin, I use like liquids and powders. I use a good mixture of both because I like the way liquids look, but I have to set it with powder because I have oily skin. Starting off with sunscreen, I use this, works very nice. It literally feels just like lotion. I love it, and that looks like a lot. I know it does, but I kind of just bring it down to my neck too. Do not forget your neck. Your neck and your hands are the first thing that age, and girl, we need to make sure they don't. We want to look young for as long as possible. Next, then we're gonna go in with CeraVe lotion. I like to use a generous amount because when you wear makeup, you can't reapply lotion. Unlike when you just wear mascara, you can put lotion on throughout the day. But because I have makeup on top, you can't. You just can't. So I like to use more. And don't forget them eyelids. And under the eyes, use your ring fingers for under your eyes. It's the lightest finger on your hand, so it's the most gentle for those fragile areas on your face. And bam, all hydrated. We're almost done with skin prep. Next is primer. Now, with primer, you pat it into the face. I just do a pump, and I just pat it. Now, you can use more if it's not as tacky as you want it to be, because you want it to last all day. We're gonna use a little bit more, but like half a pump, because we don't want to put too much now. But it's definitely not as tacky as I normally like it to be. And I like to focus it in some of my more oily spots too, because those are the spots that slide off the most. So on the side of the nose, I like to do that. I like push it in there. Much better. So I do about a pump and a half, but it depends on the day. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer that I just used. And then, like if I was going to an amusement park, girl, we're doing 2 full pumps. Next, we're gonna use lip injection. I like to use a lip plumper. This is the Too Faced Lip Injection Maximum Plump. And I like to put this on my lips while I do the rest of my makeup because it gives that lips the little pout that we like. You know what I mean? I like to lather that on there to also moisturize my lips before I put on like any lip liner. But now it's time for the makeup base. Starting off with brows. I like to start off with that because then when I have my base on and I'm trying to put the brow gel on, it kind of mixes brown into the brow. This is the e.l.f. Brow Lift Gel. You could use this to do those soap brows that are popular, but girl, I got too much eyebrow to do that soap brow cute little look. I got way too much up there. I love my eyebrows. I really like how they structure my face. And I don't know, I just like the thick brow look, but we're not trying to make them look thicker with them soap brows. You know what I mean? We're just trying to gel it to its normal shape. Make sure it stays there all day because my eyebrows have a mind of their own, okay? They kind of just flow wherever the wind takes them. Not on my watch. You're being stuck there. You hear? Ta-da! Okay, brows are done. Really simple, super easy. Next, we're gonna go in with concealer. I use concealer for my base. So the concealer I use is Clinique Even Better All Over Concealer plus eraser. Because they got a little blender attached to it, which is perfect for school. If you guys want to see all the products go watch my Ulta Beauty makeup haul because I went Ulta Beauty makeup shopping and that's where I have all my makeup from. That's where I get all my makeup from. So if you want to know like the colors and brands and everything, just go over there. As you can see, I'm breaking out right here. So cover it up. Nobody needs to know. But I like to show you guys my natural skin and not use beauty filters because I feel like social media in a way definitely makes, like, I'm a beast, so for real, it makes me feel more unconfident and more insecure about my acne, which is completely normal, especially since I have a more oily skin. The oils naturally just create pimples because I just have a lot of oils to my face. But I'm actually super thankful because for my oily skin, because that means I'm gonna look younger longer, which I'm so happy about. I just put it on problems that I'm breaking out on. I don't put it all over my face, just on my acne. And then I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender. And I love this concealer, the Clinique concealer, so much because it's super thin. So it doesn't feel like you're wearing anything on your face. So for my girlies that have sensitive skin, definitely use this because it's so thin and lightweight and it doesn't really irritate it. Just Clinique is a good brand for acne. Okay, after I blend it out, I use my wet beauty blender, and this is my e.l.f. beauty blender. I love this beauty blender so much. I am obsessed with it. I got this beauty blender the first time and I've never gone back. This is the only beauty blender I use. It doesn't pick up your makeup really, it just blends it out on your face, which I love. So I am gonna go in with a little bit more concealer because since this is thinner, sometimes you just gotta go in with a little bit more, especially on my more red areas, like right there. And I'm just gonna let it like sit there too. Perfect. So I'm just gonna let it sit on those areas while I do my under eyes. And for my under eye concealer, I use my NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. Love this. Like I said, feels so lightweight. You can't even feel this on your face. And I do have a pump and I dab one there and I dab one there. It's always good to use less at first because if you want to add more, you totally can later, but you can't take off when you add too much. You know what I mean? And we like to keep the base looking fresh and shiny and healthy looking and more natural because I love the little natural, very blushy look. That's definitely what my makeup, I would say, is. Sometimes I don't like to use my beauty blender when I do my under eyes. Sometimes I like to take like a little bit and I just tap it in with my finger, with my pointer finger at first, and then I go in with my ring finger. This also helps it to where it doesn't crease because there's always this one little line underneath my eyes, and that's completely normal because that's just skin at the end of the day. But if you just go in with your ring finger, it does help the line a little bit more. Gorgeous. Base is giving. Okay, so for the areas that I spot concealed that are a little bit more red than the rest of my face, I just leave it there. I don't blend it out yet, but I blend it out with my Sephora powder. This is in the shade Honey. Love this powder. It's so lightweight. I like to just use lightweight products that don't feel like you have anything on your face. But for the parts that I spot concealed, I just leave the concealer on there and I blend it in with the powder because that helps the pimple not be as red. And it also helps you to put less product on it because sometimes, like what I used to do is I used to like have spot concealer, blend it in, put powder on top, but then it would like separate it from the pimple. So this way, if you let it set, the concealer set on your pimple more and then you just blend it in with the powder, it literally helps it look less red and go away. So I really like it because it's still there. You can see the bump, but it's not there as much. Now, instead of like swiping the powder, I like to dab it more into the face. It helps the concealer set better and it helps it look less streaky, because this way it does not look streaky at all. It literally just looks like a normal base. I love it. Next up is contour, and I contour my nose and I use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand, but I don't use the wand itself. It's harder to blend that way, the product. I use a brush that I got a long time ago, I don't know where. I put a little bit of the contour on the brush and then I just collect it. And on the brow bone, I put it on the brow bone itself, on the side of it. And I just go down. And I just shape it. And bam, that's how I get it on there. And then for the tip of the nose, wherever it starts, I round it out. Because we like to do that cute little button nose that I found out on TikTok. The way I find out a lot of my makeup tips is from watching YouTube videos. Like, I always was into beauty, makeup, hair, all that. And I watched videos. So I was studying ever since, like, I was 7 probably. And I was just watching all these makeup artists do their makeup, and I was picking and choosing which techniques were my favorite, and then I just do it a different way to where it looks the best when I'm done with my makeup. But I just go in with my beauty blender and I blend out the line because I don't like it to look too harsh, but we still want that snatched nose at the end of the day. And you can add more or less into the starting point of the eye, but not all the way in, but like connecting to the brow bone, because it makes it look more structured and give more like of a sharp nose and sharp eyes that way. Next is definitely my favorite part, blush. I go in with the Milani Supercharged Cheek Plus Lip Blush, and then I take my brush and I go like this. I just swipe it onto it and I dab. I don't streak it up because guess what? It will lift up the makeup from underneath it. That's for any liquid blush. If it was a powder blush, it wouldn't do that. But any liquid blush, you can't streak it because it will pick up the makeup from underneath. So I just dab it and I go up to the side of my eyebrow and the side of my face because it makes it look more snatched. Instead of just going like, if that wasn't there, it would just look like normal. But since that is there, it looks so much better, and it's lifting the face up rather than pulling it down or sideways, because that's how I like it for my face. Because I have a very sharp face and very sharp cheekbones. If you don't have like sharp cheekbones, do it however you feel like it suits your face the most. I feel like for more round faces, you should still put it upwards because it also just lifts up the face and it gives it the illusion of you having sharper cheekbones rather than not. I like to accentuate what I have and define it. So since I have sharp cheekbones, I'm just gonna define it and lift up my face even more with makeup. So then I'm gonna just do the same thing, and then the leftover blush that I have on the brush afterwards, I put it on my nose because I love making my nose look pink. I just dab it and I go underneath it to lift it up even more, to give it that more lifted look, because I just love a lifted look, okay? So doing this definitely helps that. Instead of like going directly on the nose, like right there, going from underneath it lifts it up. Now I'm gonna go in with my Milani powder blush in the shade Dolce Pink, and I'm gonna just take it and I just swirl the brush into the blush because I am running out of this, but it lasts me so long. Fun fact, this is actually the first ever blush I used when I was getting into makeup, like the first brand and this exact color. This is my favorite blush ever, and it's so affordable. So that's why I even like it even more, because it's affordable. I just dab a very little bit onto the liquid blush because we want to set it there and it makes it last longer, because blush is always the first thing to go away. Always the first thing to disappear off my face to whatever event I go to. But when I go out, it starts to look better because now I look very much like a clown, but once I put all my makeup on top of it and I go out, it's gonna look more toned down and a lot more natural. Then I'm gonna set my face. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Tarte setting powder, and I press this into my under eyes using a brush. It sets my under eye. Under the eye and on the side of my nose is the only place I put it because it helps control the oils and it helps not crease my under eye throughout the day. And right there, I always get oily. I don't like to bake. I feel like for me, it looks too cakey on my face. I just like to use it as normal powder because it really controls, like this Tarte powder controls my oil so well on my face. I am in love. So then whatever excess I have, I put on areas where I'm more oily. And bam. And now it is time for lips. I have been doing a different lip combo recently. I go in with my NYX Professional Makeup Lip Pencil in the shade Mahogany. I don't like to overline my lips. For me, it looks weird on me, not on other people. On other people, they look incredible, but on me, I'm okay. I'm gonna just line out my lips normally. I bought a lip pencil that is $25, but this is worth it, okay? This is worth it. It's a lip stain marker. It's Ariana Grande's brand, my favorite. So I just line out my lips with the NYX lip liner, and then the middle that doesn't have it filled out, I go in with the lip stain, and this keeps my lips pink all day. You could leave your lips looking like this, but if you want more of a fuller looking lip look, go in with the brown lip liner. I go in. This is the NYX Line Loud lip pencil in the shade Rebel Kind. And I just go right there. And I go at the top. So I only round out the top and the bottom. Like, round it out, you know what I mean? Trust me, we ain't not done. We are not done yet. This is not how I'm going out in public. A little angled brush. I call this my lip brush. And I drag it out and I blend it. Kind of like eyeshadow. We're treating this like an eye look, you know? And just blend it. You see how our lips look fuller? Gorgeous. And that's not even overlining or anything. That's just like going on your lip and you're just shading it out, you know? Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now, you don't have to put gloss on. I love it like this, but I'm gonna add a little bit of gloss because I'm a little extra today. I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty in the shade Fussy. I love this. I wish I got this in heat, but I love it. My friend got it for me. I love it. Bam. It's giving. It's giving what needs to be gave. Love it. So that's my lips. And now it's time for eyelashes. On TikTok, you always ask me what my eyelash routine is, if I use a lash serum. I do not use a lash serum. These are just my natural lashes. I was born with them. So I go in first with a curler, an eyelash curler. I do not heat it up. I do not believe heating it up actually helps them stay longer. I just feel like it's a way where you can burn your eyelid. So I don't like to do that. I just go in with it. This is the Ulta Beauty eyelash curler, by the way. I am in love with this. And I just open up my eyelid and I go 1, 2, 3, and I hold 1, 2, 3, open, bam, curled. And I just brush it out with my finger and I put them in the places I want it to be. Sometimes I even go in with a little spoolie and I brush it and put it in the places I want it to be. Gorgeous! Sorry. Now I'm gonna do it to the other eye. I always take off the extra mascara so it don't clump. We don't like no clumpy girl over here. Then, this part, the curve, I take and I put straight in the middle and I curl it up. This makes my eyelashes stay lifted, okay? And that's how you get the perfect fan mascara, and that's how you get this makeup look. Don't forget to spray down your face with setting spray if you have some left. This makeup is not going nowhere. I feel gorgeous. Makeup is just an accessory. You don't need makeup, it's just for funsies. Don't forget that. I hope that this makeup tutorial was actually very informational and made sense. I am not good at explaining things, but I really tried my best just for you. Let me know if you want any more tutorials, like a hair tutorial next or anything. And if you do try out my makeup tutorial and you follow the steps to this, take a picture, post it on TikTok or on Instagram, tag me, and because I would love to see it, because you are all so beautiful. You're my beautiful besties, and I want to see you, and comment down below and hype you up because I'm your #1 hype girl, period. I love you. I hope you have the best day ever. Bye, bestie.